while we're all here, just for the sake of it, while we're here discussing these things, Easter is not pagan. In fact, I'll go even further. Every single thing that you will hear over the next, say, 24 hours to 2 consecutive weeks online from people that are chronically wrong on the internet will tell you that Christianity has appropriated pagan worship practices or that they've done all sorts of weird things. None of it is true. In fact, the only reason that we're using the word Easter to describe this season in terms of a commercial sense comes from the commonality of English as the primary commercial tongue. It's Anglo-Germanic influences. If we lived in a region of the world that was more heavily influenced by, say, the Romantic languages, French, Spanish, or Italian, say, you would hear a lot more Pascha style languages being used to describe this season because that's the word they use. As seen through the vehicle of the Latinization of the Western Roman Empire, is pretty close to what Jews refer to as the Paschal season. And in fact, as they would have been preparing for the Passover in generations past, they would have the word Paschal lamb to describe that beginning ceremonies. What I'm saying is that if we could all just collectively refrain from saying things that are objectively false, like the idea that the incorporation of rabbits into the iconography of this season is somehow related to a rabbit-based fertility cult. It's not true. What I am willing to say, though, is one of my favorite legends as far as how eggs came into play, and that comes from the Latin Lent. Plenty of Protestant denominations also practice Lent for the 40 days prior to Resurrection Sunday, and part of that means not eating really delicate foods. It's one of the reasons that nearly every restaurant in America, at the very least, sells a fish option really heavily during this season, is that fish was not considered a significant protein. Of course, included the eggs laid by hens. Of course, hens don't just stop laying eggs because we stop eating them. And so it became a pretty common thing for people to gather those eggs. And then, for the sake of refrigeration, naturally, they would bury them in the snow. As temperatures would increase with the weather, that snow would melt away, revealing the hidden treasures, which children would be sent out to gather celebratory.